From the moment Williamson stepped into the league, he immediately became one of the NBA's most dominant scorers around the basket. To this point, he hasn't shown much diversity in his offensive repertoire. But that's mostly because he's been able to get to the hoop consistently, no matter what opposing defenses throw at him. His combination of strength, quickness, and explosiveness is unlike almost anything we've ever seen in the NBA. Yes, he still has a lot of work to do to improve as a defender and a rebounder, but he's in rarefied air among offensive weapons that bend defenses to their will. Skepticism about Williamson has always been centered on off-court questions, because the stuff he does on the court has been unprecedented for a player with just 104 games under his belt. He has been a subject of criticism for his weight and maturity the last 2 seasons. Now that he's back to his Superman self, we'll see how the league will treat him. Here's what NBA players really think about Zion Williamson. After a game where the Lakers beat the Pelicans, LeBron James was full of praise for Williamson. The former Duke Blue Devil scored a team-high 27 points, grabbed 5 rebounds, and dished out 7 dimes to his teammates. The 4-time MVP believes that Williamson is going to be amazing and that his performance truly cemented this. Zion is on the verge of being great. He's going to be great in this league for a long time. Tonight he showed why he's gonna be who he's gonna be. He's in great shape right now, a great talent, someone we've never seen. We've never seen a talent of his size, his speed, high athleticism, just like Giannis, just like a Charles Barkley or Shaquille O'Neal. There's certain talents in our league that you've never seen before. One talent named Kevin Durant, you may have heard of him, also had high praise for Zion. Brooklyn Nets star forward studies the game and its history as much as any top player in the NBA today. That's why his praise for Zion Williamson as a one-of-one type talent speaks volumes about the kind of ability he believes the 22-year-old possesses. Despite the fact that Williamson hadn't played since May 4th, 2021, and sat out the entire 2021-22 season because of a right foot injury, Durant was still expecting Williamson to play at a high level. Excitement, Durant said of Williamson being back on the floor. Athleticism, somebody that can put up points pretty fast. It's a matchup problem for a lot of people, so we got our work cut out with him. And then you've got 2 other scorers behind him, and Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum that can score from all levels. So we got our work cut out for us. But it's going to be exciting times when guys get healthy, especially the marquee guys in this league. You've seen guys at that size, 6'7", that can get up and down the floor and move, but not at that level though. You've seen guys like Jason Maxiell. I'm not saying they jump as high as Zion, but they were undersized guys that played bigger, and Zion is one of those guys. I'm missing so many guys that were tall at 6'6", Charles Barkley bruiser type guys, but played bigger. But Zion's athleticism trumps all of theirs by far, and when you add that to the mix, it makes him a one-of-one. Speaking of special athletic guys who could dunk over a car in their prime, Blake Griffin saw himself in Zion. Zion Williamson's combination of size and athleticism has garnered some comparisons to Blake Griffin in the lead-up to 2019's draft. The Detroit Pistons forward definitely had big expectations for the #1 pick. 100%. Griffin told reporters when asked if Williamson will be one of the greatest dunkers of all time. If he keeps playing like he is, he's going to be a monster. He definitely is a freak athlete. He's a really good basketball player. His basketball IQ is good. He can make plays. He can do a lot of stuff. He's going to be really, really good. Griffin was the #1 overall pick in the 2009 NBA draft and won the 2011 Slam Dunk Contest, famously jumping over a Kia in his superstar-making moment. He said he thinks Williamson should do the dunk contest when he is ready, but not feel pressured to during his rookie season. He's probably going to do some things we haven't seen in a while. We can only hope Zion doesn't end up with the same injury history Blake did. Zion needs to address his weight even more, even though he has shown improvement in that area, as can be seen this season. Before that, it looked like Zion was a stress eater from all the criticism about his heavyweight wrestler body frame he was getting. Charles Barkley's reaction to Williamson's physique was a simple one. It looked like me and Shaq had a baby. The comment took Shaq so off guard that he immediately stood up from the desk saying, "I quit," while dying of laughter. It took him a minute to regain his composure, and by that time, Barkley had gotten serious. Barkley has been very transparent about his own weight struggles as a young player in the NBA. He reported to rookie camp at around 300 pounds, and it took some tough love from Moses Malone to set him on the path to NBA fitness. After his cheap shot, Barkley offered up some similar advice to Williamson, whose weight has been a concern for teams since draft night. "I am concerned. I'm really concerned," Barkley said. Shaq still crumpling up his notes in a fit of laughter. "You're gonna have to learn that even when you're hurt, you're gonna have to control your eating. When guys get hurt and they come back, you're trying to get in shape. And if you're putting all that stress on your knees and your feet, you're just gonna keep getting hurt. Somebody's gotta be a grown person down in that relationship and say, 'Yo man, you've gotta get in shape.'" Whether or not Williamson heeds that advice or not remains to be seen. But if getting picked on by Charles Barkley on primetime television isn't enough motivation, we don't know what is. Even if he does miss some time on the court, he is damn sure going to be there on the bench talking to his teammates after what former player JJ Redick had to say about him. The retired player blasted Zion for not reaching out to his new teammate CJ McCollum. Redick didn't mince words, talking about a lack of investment on Zion's part.
Like, this just shows a complete lack of investment in your team, in the organization, in the city. I get that he's hurt and away from the team, but you just traded for one of the 50 best players in the league, a guy that's supposed to be paired with you. Reach out and say hello.
Days after McCollum was traded to the New Orleans Pelicans at the NBA trade deadline, the former Portland Trailblazer said he had not yet heard from Williamson by then.
This is a pattern of behavior with Zion that we are seeing again and again. And look, I was his teammate. I can describe him as a detached teammate.
Redick argued and added,
That is an accurate statement. This is basic level of humanity being a teammate. Send a text to a guy when he gets traded to your team. That is just normal behavior. That's the bar minimum that you have to do.
Redick also said that the Pelicans sent out an email to season ticket holders and Zion's name wasn't mentioned.
Guess who wasn't in the email? Whose name was not in the email? Zion's. Like, what the heck is going on in New Orleans?
CJ McCollum admitted that he had not heard from Zion Williamson before the All-Star break. "I haven't had conversations with him directly. I've spoken to some people close to him and look forward to sitting down with him sooner than later. I know about as much as you do right now, but I'm gonna get to the bottom of it." Until he proves otherwise, durability will remain a question for Williamson, and his injury history will lead many to feel cautiously optimistic about his long-term outlook. But there's no doubt as his game evolves, the Pelican star has all of the tools to dominate the NBA like nobody else can. What do you think about Zion? How great can he really be? Can he maintain his physique? Let me know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching!